like personal experience rather than investigation. When I gave evidence into the ICSA, the questions were pre-decided and it limited what I was allowed to talk about. I was allowed to talk about time limit infraction and everything else was irrelevant. So there is deep concerns that this inquiry is going to end up going that same way. Until recently, I was a very big advocate for survivor-led investigations, but recently I have had experiences that makes me question how much the survivors are being manipulated and meddled with to come to a position that the government would suit the government's narrative. So trying to widen the scope, also trying to meddle with how we would investigate. I'm a big believer there needs to be a mixture of both national and localised views. There are certain places within England, we know CSE and the grooming gangs in particular are happening basically all over the country, but there are certain places that were involved in nearly every single case. I'm from Bradford, that's one of them, and I'm not saying this just because I'm from Bradford. There are other cities that come up in most cases like Birmingham and even Blackburn and places like that. I think there needs to be a submission basis where evidence is gathered from across the countries and it's compelled to be gathered. They can't have an option. These whole truth project things, Bradford has been against an inquiry, I've been fighting since 2014. If they offered a truth project, they would take it and it would become a whitewash again. And my whole life I've spent either being abused or fighting to expose that abuse would just be wasted again. And I think this is the real risk is, though it seems to be survivor focused, I don't believe it is. I think it is being influenced into something that the survivors will not be happy with and will not hold accountability in any areas. I will also echo from personal experience the links and the specifics behind these types of crimes. They are organised networks and not most child sex abuse is opportunists, it's isolated and opportunists. This is not, it's an organised network and they are involved with every other aspect of criminal activity and there is specifics, and to try and generalise that with other types of child sexual abuse takes away what happened. And in these instances with these specific types of abuse, they got a different type of response from the people that were supposed to protect us. And if that's not acknowledged, we're not going to get to the full truth of why that happened, who made the decisions. Because, as being said, you cannot believe that every single police force, council and social services across the country did not understand or were misguided in the mass rape of children. It comes from somewhere, and I feel that there's a lot of questionable stuff right now, and I am concerned that the survivors are again getting exploited while being tricked into thinking that their voice matters, and I don't want to see that happen again.